There's a link to my PayPal on my channel description, and you can have obviously information that's all about you. But I'm not going to sit here for free and do that. Absolutely not. There's not enough time in the world to do that. Like this, I can help everyone, and it makes more sense. You need to understand what's going on in your person's mind and their heart and their external realities to get the answer to the question that you want. I don't answer personal questions in lives. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Gemini's highest good. How is Gemini feeling in this third week of July 2025 with regards to when they're thinking about or dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Gemini is feeling, first of all. Please don't spam the chat. I don't answer individual questions. 10 of Wands, overloaded. Okay, so this is getting to the end of a cycle of being incredibly strong for a very long time. 5 of Cups is grief, sadness, loss, regret. It's a card of grief. The Moon, Pisces energy, illusion. Okay, in the story of the Major Arcana, the Fool realizes that he must not be ruled by fear. He must move forwards into the next chapter anyway. But let's get the myth. It means fish in Latin. After the gods of Mount Olympus defeated the Titans and the giants in the War of the Titans, the earth goddess Gaia became angry. She and Tartarus release a monster called Typhon to attack the gods of Mount Olympus. Typhon was depicted with wings. We're on Gemini. Typhon was depicted with wings, a man's torso, and coiled serpents instead of legs. Typhon had 100 serpents' heads instead of fingers. A tangled beard, pointed ears, and flaming eyes. Trying to escape, Aphrodite, the goddess of love, and her son Eros took cover in the reeds on the banks of the Euphrates River. Oh, I've talked about that in geography. The river Euphrates. When the wind stirred the vegetation, Aphrodite was afraid. Holding Eros on her lap, she called the nymphs for help and jumped into the river. One version of the story, the two turned into fish. In another version, 2 fish carried Aphrodite and Eros safely on their backs. Typhon was conquered and sent back by Zeus to the underworld. Pisces is creative, sensitive, and imaginative, ruled by the planet Neptune, the god of the sea. Like the Moon card, Pisces is connected with intuition, dreams, and the subconscious, making it difficult to see the real world. Like Aphrodite, use your instincts to act, and it will help you navigate better. Okay, so You understand that with the moon card, our fears can govern us. The mind can be our master if we allow it to, and we can worry that things that aren't really there are, to our detriment, or we can overly, we can fail to be grounded, and we can have illusions or delusions of grandeur, and it's time to get grounded and just move forwards. Yeah, it's the end of a cycle: grief, sadness, loss, regret, and then moving through the gates into a new chapter, okay? Even if it's scary, even if we imagine all sorts of things ahead of us. So Gemini, you're moving into a new chapter. Let's get a couple more. Okay, so again, we've got endings with a huge, long cycle of pain. The Knight of Swords it's fast communication, or, yeah, like urgent delivery of communication. So I think you're severing ties here. I think you're delivering a crazy harsh message, some sort of truths to someone. Something's been too hard, too difficult, too painful. This is Gemini. Wow, okay, let's see what's come out here. We've got the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a soulmate. It can be an energy of reunion with someone from the past. Wow, okay, we've got a lot of major arcana here, guys. The Death card, transition, okay, letting go of the past. Manifestation. See, someone's being the magician and they're putting what they want. They're transmuting that energy of want into reality. They're making their dreams come true. Taurus, practical energy, the Hierophant. Okay, so they're using the spirit of the Hanged Man to see things from another perspective so that they can be intelligent and wise in their decisions. They're choosing a new direction. I think they're looking for a soulmate. I don't think it's reunion, because something was really painful and it's the end of a chapter. You could be going back to someone from your past. There's a card of nostalgia, but it could be a desire for a soulmate energy, someone very sweet, nurturing, someone protective, someone who's reciprocal, someone that it goes, the whole 9 yards with, that they become on a level with family to you, there's a lot of major arcana here. We've got the Hanged Man, the Hierophant, the Magician, and the Death card. Yes, I'm British. Okay, the Death card. In Greek mythology, This constellation is linked with the scorpion that stung Orion, the hunter, to death. In one version, Orion tried to abuse the goddess Artemis. She sent a scorpion to sting him. In another version, the earth goddess Gaia sent the scorpion after Orion bragged that he could defeat any wild beast. The scorpion was put in the sky as a reminder of Orion's arrogance. Orion and Scorpius constellations are placed in the sky opposite each other, and it is said that Orion is running away as it sets from his conqueror Scorpius, who is rising. Ruled by Pluto, the planet of the underworld and destruction. Scorpio is a passionate water sign linked with death and its regenerative energy that digs deep to reveal what's beneath the surface. Like the death card, Scorpio asks you to look past death as you know it and concentrate on your ability to transition and rise stronger with a new version of yourself. The old habits are hindering your progress. Embrace the change and free yourself. Nice. The Magician. Altars are where people manifest their intentions and desires and manipulate energy, tools and elements to get what they want. It's also where you can offer gifts to the gods, either to please them or to hope they will help you with your issues or wishes. Like the Magician card, the altar will manifest your wishes into reality. Ara was a unique altar because the gods themselves used it. One of the most important Greek myths was the War of the Titans. The clash was between Zeus and Cronus and other titans that ruled the universe. This was a crucial battle, so before it happened, Zeus and all his allies set up an altar and vowed in front of it, manifesting their intentions to defeat Cronus. They have the power and the resources to make it possible, and that's what the Magician card is about. Connect with the divine, speak clearly and confidently about what you want. Use your energy, skills and tools and take action to make your dreams come true. That's you manifesting. After Zeus's victory, he placed the altar in the sky as Ara in gratitude for beating Cronus. Hi, Tarso. Okay, so the Hanged Man, we've got Lupus constellation, Latin for wolf. This constellation is associated with two possible Greek myths. Be vegan. That's got nothing to do with this. It's a myth, babe. Once part of the constellation Centaurus, it would represent the mythical creature holding the wolf towards an altar. Constellation Ara, to sacrifice the animal as an offer to the gods. The second myth is said to represent King Lycaon of Arcadia, who offered a plate of food mixed with human flesh to Zeus. Who offered a plate of food mixed with human flesh to Zeus. Discovering what Lycaon had done, Zeus transformed him into a wolf. To ancient Greeks, Lupus represented a wild animal. To the Romans, it was a beast. And to the Babylonians was a mad dog. Looking for another perspective, the animal wolf symbolizes loyalty, protection, family, instincts, and wildness. Wolves have determination, adaptability, and have the endurance and strength to make some sacrifices when faced with difficult situations. In the wild, they face challenges, but they persevere to find new ways to survive. Like the Hanged card, if you don't feel balanced with yourself and your environment, act differently and explore new perspectives. Like wolves, people are meant to move and not to feel stuck. Okay, so the Hierophant is the card of Taurus. It means bull in Latin. It's associated with when Zeus transformed into a white bull to get the attention of the Phoenician princess Europa. Zeus instructed his son Hermes to take the king's cattle towards Europa. Disguised as a bull, Zeus mingled with the cattle. When Europa saw the beautiful bull, she glazed. She hopped on the bull's back, and the bull swam across the Mediterranean Sea, arriving at Crete's island. Zeus revealed his identity, seduced Europa, and gave presents that included a dog, later known as the constellation Canis Major. They also had a son, Minos, ruled by Venus. Taurus are known for their seduction and elegance. These traits that Zeus uses to attract who he desires. Like the Hierophant card representing an established practice and holding a position of power. Zeus was a practical god. Whatever he wanted, he would get it, and an authority figure who ruled the gods of Mount Olympus. Taurus is a grounded sign that likes the finer things and is associated with earth. Be grounded when reflecting and exploring your priorities and spiritual ideas. I don't know what you're harping on about on my chat, but I'm a teacher for a living. I work incredibly hard, and I'm exploring Greek mythology for this particular tarot deck, so you can respectfully do one. It's my channel, and I'll talk about what I want to. There's so many people that like to preach, isn't there? But they're not actually bringing anything to the plate. They're not bringing anything to the table, just nothing. Just moaning about stuff. Okay, so we are not happy in the environment that we're in, Gemini. You are not happy in the environment that you're in, okay? And you are manifesting a new life for yourself, and it might take some sacrifice, and it might take some different ways of living or being. It's not a game, it's a spiritual reading. I just interpret the cards. Okay, this is what's going on in the narrative of people's lives by zodiac sign. It's all to do with astrology and when you're born and developing yourself, understanding your life lessons. Let's see who's coming in for Gemini then, because Gemini's moving on. Well, you have to pay for individual readings. It's £18. You can click on the link to put £18 in my PayPal, and then I can send you a link to a video, and it'll be like 20 minutes or more, all about you, okay? What's coming in for you, what's been happening with you. Or if you're watching from TikTok, you can private message me. But the video will be private, okay? It'll be a private link. Only people with the link can see it. Eight of Pentacles. This is growth and expansion. Someone's investing time, money, and energy into building a future. The Lovers. There's a divine union happening here. You're manifesting because you've moved on, Gemini, because you're transitioning into a new future. You're leaving the past behind. You're changing certain things about yourself and adapting. You're manifesting this person that's coming in, and they are going to be a divine counterpart. Okay, so I'm going to read this because this is the myth behind the Gemini sign, and you are Gemini, okay? But the meaning of the Gemini card is the lovers, so it's a divine union. So you are going to have a relationship with this person that's coming in for you. Gemini means twins in Latin and represents the mythical Greek twins, Pollux and Castor, sons of Leda, Queen of Sparta. These inseparable twins grow up very close friends, and like the lovers card, they represent a great union filled with love and care. Thank you. They never argued and would always consult each other for anything, showing their admiration for each other. They were said to even dress alike. Gemini are known for being explorers, want to know everything and like to stay busy, and so did these twins. Castor was a mighty warrior and Pollux was a gifted boxer, and they joined the Argonauts searching for the Golden Fleece when they share great adventures. When you find your other half, you feel whole and share life's adventures, embrace love and feel encouraged to make brave, sincere choices. When Castor died, Zeus placed him in the sky next to Pollux so they could be together forever. How nice is that? Someone's really intent on this like earth practical energy. They want to be the best that they could be, you know, so they can offer themselves for, you know, this great love that they want to have. Someone that's long term, someone that's forever. Oh, it's not 80, it's 18. 1-8. You go to my PayPal link. It's in the channel description. So you have to come out of the live and then scroll to the top under the name of the channel, and there's some writing, and then at the bottom there's a link to my PayPal. So it's 1-8, it's just £18, and I'll do you about 20 minutes. And you can ask a specific question, or you can just say what's going on generally for me, what's coming in the future. I can do work, love, business, you know, like what decision should I make? I've done all kinds of readings for my friends like that, and it doesn't have to be love, but it can be love. I've done readings about relocations, about investments, should I invest in this company or not, things like that. Okay, so we've got the Justice, the Temperance, lots of major arcana, the Two of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Star, and the Ace of Wands. What a story. Oh my goodness. So this is really exciting. There's loads of like people leaving unions and starting new ones. This is about going for what you want. This person's walking away from a union, and they're going for wish fulfillment, and they're starting a brand new adventure. They want to be in love, they want new love, okay? And they feel that this is fair and that this is right, because they sense with their instincts that they're coming into union. They're coming into union with the one that they're supposed to be with, someone who's, you know, on a pedestal, someone who's perfection, someone who's their perfect match. They want reciprocity. They want the other person to be in love with them as well. So the Eight of Cups is choosing to leave. They're choosing to leave something that they're in. Hi, welcome into the chat. So the Justice card, the Temperance, and the Star card. Right, I've got the Justice and the Star, I'll just get the Temperance. Okay, so the Justice card in Latin, Libra means scale and is positioned next to the constellation Virgo, identified as DK, goddess of justice. Libra became the scales of justice held by the goddess. The ancient Greeks knew this area of the sky as the claws of Scorpius. The idea of this area being related to balance came from the Romans in the 1st century BC. It's said that the moon was in Libra when Rome was founded. They thought of Libra as their favourite constellation because the idea of balance meant fairness, harmony, and justice. The astrological symbol for Libra is the scales, and Libra energy symbolises inner balance and the desire to maintain a more harmonious life. Libra value their principles and has a sense of justice and equality and doing what's the right thing. DK tried to bring balance to humankind by doing what she thought was right. Like the Justice card, it's essential to have balance in your life or when making a decision. You'll discover that the reality of things might not be what you expect, but remember to be fair. Okay, so then we've got the Star card, which is the major for Aquarius. Now, Aquarius means the water bearer in Latin. It's pictured by a young man pouring water or nectar, the drink of the gods, from an amphora. It's a Greek myth associated with Ganymede, the son of King Tros, ruler of Troy. Ganymede was a beautiful young Trojan man with whom Zeus fell in love. One day, Zeus sends an eagle, possibly represented by the constellation Aquila, to kidnap Ganymede and carry him to Mount Olympus. The gods recognized Ganymede's beauty, and he became the cupbearer of the gods. Some poets mention Ganymede and Zeus being romantically involved. It's said that Ganymede gave up his title as cupbearer to give the waters of the gods to mortals, becoming the water bearer and protector of humankind. Ganymede became popular in the arts and is associated with the LGBTQIA+ community. Aquarius is seen as the eccentric of the zodiac, where their ideas and dreams are unique and innovative, and they're also considered humane and giving like Ganymede. Water means healing and emotions. By giving the water of the gods to humankind, Ganymede provided them with hope. Like Ganymede, remember that you can be a source of inspiration for others. That's beautiful. Okay, so with the Temperance, that's the major for Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius is Latin for the archer. It represents a centaur, a half-human, half-horse creature with the body of a horse and the torso of a man, drawing a bow aimed towards Scorpius. Its neighbouring constellation, it can represent Pabil-Saj of Sumerian origin, representing the god of war and hunting. He was illustrated as a centaur-like archer with wings. It is also to portray Kratos, a satyr known for being a great hunter and the inventor of archery. He lived on Mount Helicon and was Pan's son. Kratos loved the muses and the arts, and it's also said to have invented applause, as he would clap his hands when the muses sang. The Muses asked Zeus to place him in the sky. As a fire sign, Sagittarius is attracted to new ideas, passionate, adventurous, and opportunistic. Represented by the centaur, the archer uses his arrow to dream big and aim high. Like the Temperance card, the centaur Sagittarius desires to be in an enlightened and balanced state of being in order to pursue their goals. The cup slowly pouring water from one cup to another symbolizes the moderation, harmony, and love you need in your life. I know that was takes a bit of time to read, but it's really beautiful Greek mythology, and I'm learning so much, and I hope that some people appreciate that, because it gives an even deeper meaning. That's why I use different tarot decks, because it gives even deeper meaning to the cards. So you understand that this is this person's goal. They have a goal, okay? And it's to be in a divine union. They feel that this is what's right and fair. It's not about being naughty or sneaky or greedy. It's about finding true, genuine, reciprocal happiness. So they're having to leave, they're having to walk away from something they're already in with that Eight of Cups. Okay, they're very, very hopeful. They feel abundant, they feel excited. They're working hard, they're grafting with that Eight of Pentacles to build a fine future for someone. This is a good person to be with, someone who's, wealthy, someone who works hard. They're not work shy at all. They're very, very practical and hardworking. Okay, so in the outcome, we've got the Nine of Swords. Now, something's going to be painful. It's going to be difficult. Even, endings where we feel that we're doing the right thing, it's uncomfortable, isn't it? Especially when it's us doing the breaking up with someone. It's uncomfortable. We feel guilty. We feel sad. We feel responsible. But, even though there's anxiety over this, it's necessary, okay? The Nine of Wands, okay, it's about being resilient. It's the wounded warrior. Try to persevere, okay, it'll be worth it. If you stay with somebody out of guilt, that's not doing them any favours. You're keeping them from moving on and being celebrated and worshipped by someone that does want to be with them. Okay, you're keeping them lonely and miserable and making them feel unwanted. So it's the lesser of two evils to break up with someone, because they deserve better than to be with someone, that makes them feel unwanted, makes them feel lonely, makes them feel like not good enough. That's not okay. So look at it like that. People aren't stupid either. They can tell, that you're not happy. So it just needs to be done. Page of Pentacles, new opportunities. Okay, so there is going to be investment into a new person, a divine union, someone that you feel genuinely drawn to, someone that you believe you're going to be with forever. It's a soul contract. It was something that was decided in the 5D before you became human. You both agreed to this contract, so it's going to happen, guys. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. Okay, let's clarify. What is this person walking away from and why? Gemini's person is walking away from someone who is a show-off, okay? Someone who's very... Hi, Rose. Hi, Baldella Groove. It's someone who's an exhibitionist, someone who's a show-off, someone who's, like, obsessed with, you know, like, what other people think. They have to impress others. They don't like that. Okay, it's disingenuine. That's why they don't want to be with that person anymore. Avoid burnout. Fiery passion is consuming. Sustain a lasting balance. So they could have been with someone who's very good looking, or the sex was good, but they just don't feel that it's their person. They maybe feel like on like a visceral level, you know, in their gut, instinctually, they just don't think this is their soulmate. You know, that can be the case, guys, quite frequently. Things are nice to look at until they're not. Do you know what I mean? There's got to be something more going on. There has to be more substance to the relationship than just what someone looks like, or it won't last. Not for 5 minutes. Ooh, watching shit go down, enjoying the gossip. People are loving watching this play out. Keeping a promise. Has anyone ever promised to come back for you, Gemini? Or this person's person, so the one that's showing up in your reading, the one that they were dealing with, failed to keep a promise to them. Okay, this is not a good person that they're with. It's not a person of substance. They're disloyal. They're obsessed with, like, showing off to people. People gossip about this. Oh my God. You were my home. Now you're just a place that I can't return to. Oh, this poor person, they feel so betrayed by the one that they were with. They recognize that it's not their soulmate at all, so far from the truth. They don't want to be anywhere near them. I'm sorry for this person. Let's get you some advice. No wonder this person is gathering the strength to take action and leave it and get what they do want happening in their life. They're manifesting you, Gemini. They're following their gut and they're going for what they want. Ride the wave, see where it takes you. Okay, so be open to this person coming in for you. Gemini, be open to this. Actually, you were the one that was manifesting. You're manifesting this person that seeks justice. They seek a fair connection, a true connection, a divine union. You want a soulmate. They want a soulmate. It's going to take some resilience, okay? Waves, you know, sails on the crest of a wave, but also getting swept away by them, you know, like waves crashing over our head. But you just need to keep breathing, keep fighting, okay? Keep going. Try to just, you know, let the water take you where it's pushing you to, and don't try to float. Don't try to swim against the tide, okay? Don't resist this big change that's going on. Okay, so the essential oils healing deck. So spirit suggests bergamot for you. It brightens spirits and it attracts prosperity as well. Okay, so you can get that and have that in your diffuser. You can get bergamot in hand creams or perfumes. You can also get supplements of bergamot as well. I happen to love that in a fragrance, bergamot. Really, really nice. Okay, so let's get some positive affirmations. I am capable of overcoming any obstacle. I am capable of overcoming any obstacle. Okay, so even though we've got pain and anxiety here, we are a resilient person, Gemini. You are resilient. You will ride the wave, and where it takes you is where it takes you. It's going to take you into this person's arms. There are opportunities coming in, okay, in the form of a divine counterpart, someone you are supposed to be with, the lovers. Think about that story of the twins. Let's see if there's a timing. When is this going to come in for Gemini? Okay, so we've got February. Oh my God, look at this. February, however, time is still unknown, so it's a bit movable. It's definitely coming for you sooner than you expect. So 6 months from now, trust that it will happen when it's the right time, okay? Because this person, they've got some healing to do. They've been with someone that has like no soul, someone that is all ego. They broke their promise for this person. Everyone's made a fool of them. They're gossiping about it. That's a lot of hurt and pain. Okay, this person's been burned big time, and you don't want them like when they're, although they intend to have justice, they're going to be upset, they're going to be hurt, they're going to be vulnerable. So we need to let them heal for a little bit, okay? And that's why the divine timing, when this person's healed, the time is right, and they're going to be someone solid, someone dependable. You've manifested this for yourself. This is a high quality individual. A high quality individual, okay? A hard worker. A King of Pentacles is a really good provider. They could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but they don't have to be. This person's a hard worker. Look, they're focused on money, career, becoming independent. But they want to be with someone that genuinely loves them. They don't want to be with a show off. They want to be grounded and secure and loved up. Thanks for the likes. I hope this reading resonates. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for being patient while I read out the mythology, because I just find it brings like a new depth, a new dimension to the cards, which are brand new for you guys. Hi, Seb. It's very hard when you love someone that much. Trust me, you're in the right place. Lots of people understand that feeling. We've had the lovers, I think, in every reading that's come up. Aries, Taurus and Gemini so far. Oh, it's so nice to have new decks, it really is. Ride the wave, Gemini, that's your advice. Try to go with the flow, don't fight it.